What's up, guys? Josiah LaRue here. So to start out, I thought I'd try something different. I think this beer is getting a little bit too long, so I think it's gotta go. There we go. Nice and clean shaven. Alright, on with the video. So yeah, now that we got that little business out of the way, let's talk about the OnePlus One. So today we're going to be talking about the OnePlus One. And no, I'm not talking about the math problem. And no, the answer is not 2. What we're talking about is the cell phone OnePlus One. For clarification, the company is called OnePlus and their product is called One. I know, I'm not sure why they chose that, but hey, it is kind of cool. So for clarification, the rest of the video, I'm just going to be calling it the One, being as that is its name. So the cell phone has not officially been released, but I just want to do a first impressions video on the specs and some of the things that I've seen. I'm going to be showing some overlay footage here. This is not actually from me, as I do not physically have a review unit, but the guys over at Android Authority do, so that's where these overlay footage is coming from. So yeah, the One is a upcoming cell phone. It is similar to a lot of the flagship models out there are coming out in this year, but it's also leaps ahead of them in a lot of areas. So let me break it down for you. The One is a 5.5-inch cell phone that is very similar to a lot of the other high-end cell phones right now, such as the S5 or the HTC One M8 or the LG G2, etc. It is powered by a Qualcomm Snapdragon 801 processor with an Adreno 330 GPU with 3 gigs of DDR RAM for some impressive speed and performance. It comes in 2 physical storage sizes, 16 gig and 64 gig. Not sure why they didn't include a 32, but that might come out in a future generation. It has 4G LTE broadband for in the United States and international. However, as of right now, they only are doing GSM for T-Mobile and AT&T. For other connectivity, it has dual channel 2.4 and 5 gigahertz ABCGN and AC Wi-Fi, as well as Bluetooth 4.1, as well as NFC. Now for taking pictures, this thing is actually quite impressive. On the rear camera, it has a 6-lens, 13 megapixel Sony Exmor IMX 214 camera. This thing takes incredible pictures, and it's also powered by a great OS, but we'll talk about that later. On the front-facing camera, it has a 5 megapixel front-facing camera for some really high-res selfies, as well as what they call a 180 view, which means it's a deeper wide-angle lens so that you can get more people in that front-facing shot. The rear camera has dual LEDs for some great flash, as well as it shoots 4K video, which is an awesome feature. However, if you are going to be shooting 4K, you're definitely going to want that 64 gig model, as 4K video files fill up storage really fast. It has an impressive 31 milliamp hour battery life, plus with the Cyanogen mod and other tweaks that they have in there, it really extends that battery life for some very impressive. Now, people haven't officially been able to benchmark it, but with that size of battery and the tweaks that you can get out of by curbing power consumption when you're not using it, we're expecting battery life to be pretty good. Now that we've looked at the specs, let's look at what's powering it. For the first time ever, the official operating system is not Android stock or Android skinned by major manufacturers. It's actually Cyanogen mod. Now, Cyanogen mod is a hacker platform for Android, where they provide tweaks and customization that's not generally found in stock Android. It also makes it more secure. So when you load this up, they give you not only just a regular Android experience, but then the pluses of Cyanogen mod, which include tons of themes. So you can literally customize your phone to be whatever you want. Whether you can skin it like stock Android, you can skin it with sports themes, tech themes, TV shows, whatever you want. Pretty much, you can make your phone look like it. You can change the lock screen, the home screen, the icons, etc. This does not change how the actual applications look inside, but just for how it looks on the outside, you can change widgets, a whole bunch of different stuff. The customizations are really cool. Another interesting thing that no other phone manufacturer allows you to do is turn the hardware buttons on or off. So yeah, you can either have the regular Android home, back, and multitask buttons showing up or gone and just use gestures and stuff, and in app controls exclusively, which I think is really cool. Another interesting thing that first showed up on the HTC One M8 is the fact that you can double tap the screen to wake it up without ever having to touch the power button. However, the One ups it one more by allowing you to double tap the home screen and actually sleep it, allowing you to never actually have to touch that hardware off button unless you want to completely turn your phone off. So OnePlus's motto for this phone is never settle, and it's true. They haven't settled for anything standard whatsoever. They're pushing forward in innovation in so many ways. Not only is that some really impressive hardware, they're also having that huge 5.5 inches, but it is a full 1080p IPS display with Corningware's Gorilla Glass 3 for some improved scratch protection and break resistance, which is really cool. Because this phone is rather large, in fact, in size-wise, it's actually slightly larger than the Samsung Galaxy Note 3, which is already a pretty big phone. But they've improved ergonomics by rounding the back and the edges to make it just feel a little bit slimmer and more comfortable in your hand. Also by the fact that you don't actually have to use the physical button pretty much at all, being as you can use the screen for pretty much controlling everything. It allows you to not have to move your hand up and down to find those buttons, but just hold the phone comfortably in your hand, whatever feels best for you. They're not settling performance with that impressive CPU, GPU, and 3 gigs of RAM, as well as allowing you to have average size storage as well as a lot of storage. And a final really cool thing is they are saying that they're going to be shipping the backplates as detachable and customizable with different patterns or feels to them as well, similar to Motorola's Moto X. And finally, they're not settling on the price either. Some of the closest competitors, such as the S5 or the M8 or the Nexus 5, have prices way higher. In fact, the closest for a 16 gig model is the Nexus 5, which you can buy unlocked just like the One, is $349 for 16 gigs. The One undercuts that by selling their One for $299 for a 16 gig model. The 64 gig model is on sale for $349, which means for only $50 more you can get 4 times the amount of storage. Comparison, the 64 gig model iPhone 5S is $850. So that means you're saving over $500 for the same amount of storage, or you could even get 2 64 gig models and still have $150 laying around, as opposed to buying the iPhone 5S in 64 gig. That's really cool. So what are my impressions on this? Well, I definitely think that it's going to be a big seller coming out in the next few months and years. The fact that they can pack this much impressive hardware and software into a phone and then sell it for such really a dirt cheap price in the cell phone market is amazing. The other competitors are definitely going to be scrambling to start cutting prices to make them more comparable. The only thing that I think that they could do more is start selling this on the LTE CDMA platform for Sprint and Verizon. I think then their numbers would completely take off. Because for a person to have an Android phone that they can customize the way they want, have a storage size that's really quite impressive for the same price as a Nexus 5 or less than the S5 or M8, customer wants the best amount of value for the price, and this phone delivers. If you're interested in getting your hands on one of these, OnePlus is actually running a contest right now where if you promise to smash your cell phone and send them a video of it, they might actually send you a OnePlus. They're giving away 100 16 gig models to anyone who promises to smash their phone and send them a video of it. You can check this contest out at oneplus.net/smash. Check it out, it's pretty cool, as long as you promise to smash your device. That being said, the list of devices is pretty modern, from the S3 going all the way up to the M8, the S5, and the iPhone 5S. So you're not going to qualify if you have just an old flip phone. They want you to they want you to be able to confirm that you are giving up a higher end, newer phone for this top of the line, newest phone from them. But hey, check it out, it's pretty cool. Link to that is in the description down below. So yeah guys, I hope you learned a little bit from my impressions and first look at this new phone. I think that it's going to be really cool, really competitive, and hopefully I'll be able to get my hands on one and actually do a review for you guys. hey, if anybody out there at OnePlus is watching this, hook me up. I'd love to give you guys a great review because I definitely think you guys deserve one. So yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comment box down below, would you be buying this phone? I mean, I know it's not from a major manufacturer such as Samsung or HTC or whatever, but who really cares when you're getting this amount of functionality, customization, and power for such a low price? So yeah, let me know, are you going to get one or not? So yeah, thanks for watching guys. Remember to hit that like button down below, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!